He's fighting Usyk again.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's a tough fight.
yeah.
That Usyk guy is talented. He's so talented. He's so small for a heavyweight too. He's nonstop movement and his footwork and everything. It's so different than anybody else.
Joe Rogan breaks down the fight between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury, emphasizing the tough challenge Fury faces against the Ukrainian. On the other hand, Manny Pacquiao said it's a great fight, noting that both fighters have a chance. He believes the outcome will depend on how much extra effort they put in during their training and preparation.
Oh, that's a good fight. For me, it depends on both has a chance, but it depends on how they do extra mile in extra effort in on the training.
Pacquiao further emphasized that Tyson Fury needs to be in shape, as being physically prepared would make the fight easier for him. He also noted that in Fury's last fight, he seemed distracted and not fully focused, which could have affected his performance.
He needs to be in shape, first of all. If in shape, then I think it's easier for him, and then second is so focus. I saw that fight, his last fight. On that fight, he's not really 100% focused to the fight. Like he has a lot of distraction. Yeah, before the fight.
Anthony Yarde stated that if he had to choose, he would pick Usyk again, suggesting a rinse and repeat scenario. He explained that while Fury has the attributes to beat Usyk, he didn't think Fury could bring his best version in the first fight. Yarde pointed out that there were moments in that fight where Fury seemed to be playing around and overly confident. In contrast, Usyk, from what Yarde observed, adapts well and stays in Fury's face throughout the fight.
If I had to choose somebody, I would say Usyk again. Usyk again.
For rinse and repeat, because you don't think Tyson Fury can get the best version of himself
I
in the
think
ring?
Tyson Fury's got the attributes to beat Usyk. And I feel like if he's more serious, because there was times in that first fight where he did seem like he was playing around. He did seem like he was overly confident. But Usyk, from what I've seen, he adapts. And he was just in Fury's face for the whole fight.
Spencer Oliver said that while he can see a way Fury could win, he's currently leaning towards Usyk. He pointed out that Fury is known to improve in rematches, becoming a better fighter when he returns. However, he also highlighted Usyk's ability to adjust, which makes the fight more difficult to call. Oliver concluded that it's still very much a 50-50 fight, but he's leaning towards Usyk to win.
I can see a way that Fury does win it. Right now, I'm leaning towards Usyk, as in because you just go with the way that he is. Fury's good in rematches. When he goes back, he genuinely is a better fighter. But you're talking about Oleksandr Usyk here, who's great at adjusting as well. And that's that's the difficult thing. It's still very much a 50-50 fight. I lean towards Usyk to win the fight still.
Roy Jones Jr. stated that he expects Fury to make adjustments and changes for the rematch, as he is a smart boxer who knows how to adapt and come back stronger. Jones believes Fury will have a different game plan and perform better this time. However, he also noted that Usyk left the first fight with the momentum, and it will be difficult for Fury to regain that momentum now.
Yeah, I'm expecting Fury to go and make some changes, make some adjustments, and do some different things, because Fury is smart and a good boxer and knows how to come back and redo things. So I think he'll come back with a different game plan. And I expect to see him do a little bit better this time. But at the same time, I feel like Usyk left the fight with the momentum. And I think it's going to be very hard for Fury now to get that momentum back.
However, the American podcaster and commentator Joe Rogan remarked that fighting Usyk again is a tough challenge, acknowledging Usyk's immense talent. He pointed out that despite being small for a heavyweight, Usyk's non-stop movement, footwork, and overall style set him apart from everyone else.
He's fighting Usyk again.
Oh man,
That's a tough fight.
Yeah.
That Usyk guy is talented. He's so talented. He's so small for a heavyweight too. He's nonstop movement and his footwork and everything. It's so different than anybody else.
Rogan further explained that in the early stages of the Usyk fight, Tyson Fury was doing well, landing shots and using his reach, jab, and accuracy effectively. He pointed out that Fury was controlling the fight initially, showing his skill and precision. However, as the fight went on, Fury began to slow down, and that's when Usyk capitalized. Rogan emphasized that despite Fury's early success, Usyk's relentless pressure and ability ability to adjust eventually led him to catch Fury and take control of the fight, ultimately shifting the momentum in his favor.
And if you watch the Usyk fight, he was touching Usyk up in the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
I mean, that reach and that jab, the accuracy that he has, he was doing really well in that fight until he started to slow down a little bit, and Usyk wound up just catching him.
Vidal Riley supported Tyson Fury, citing his strong history in rematches, where he has consistently shown the ability to adapt and succeed in second bouts. He acknowledged that Fury's past performances in rematches have proven his resilience, making him a tough opponent. While Usyk proved dominant in their first fight, Riley emphasized that Fury's track record gives him a solid chance to bounce back and make necessary adjustments for the rematch.
Fury, man. Fury. Like, I'm going with Fury. He knows how to win rematches. The track record speaks for itself. I'm going with Fury.
Tyson's trainer, Sugar Hill, called the first fight thrilling, with both fighters showing aggressive moment. Though he acknowledged the disappointment of losing, he emphasized the importance of learning from it to get better. Looking forward to the rematch, he said that life lessons can help people grow and perform better.
And that's what made that first fight just such a great fight, for boxing, period. Whether Tyson won or lost, on my side, I'm with Tyson, so obviously I'm not so happy about the loss because it was a loss, but the thing to do is just to learn from that and to get better.
What's the difference heading into a rematch, Sugar?
Say that again?
What's the difference going into a rematch?
You learn lessons in life and you can make yourself better from that.
Sean Porter expressed confidence in Fury's ability to win, highlighting his size, reach, and skill as key advantages. Porter predicted that the rematch would follow a similar pattern to the early rounds of their first fight, with Fury dominating through focus, toughness, and strategy. He pointed out that Fury's physical traits, combined with his speed and mental toughness, could be pivotal in the upcoming battle.
I actually do expect him to win this rematch. I think he's bigger than Usyk, and that size advantage that he has, he, unlike most fighters, knows how to use that size, that reach, that speed. I think the whole fight will play out the way that the first half played itself out. I think the whole fight's going to go that way. A very focused and determined Fury is a quiet and relentless Fury.
Adam Smith pointed out the unpredictable nature of heavyweight boxing, suggesting the rematch could feature knockdowns or even a stoppage. While many might favor Usyk after their first fight, Smith emphasized Fury's footwork and questioned whether he could return to his best form to capitalize on his advantages. He also raised the important question of whether Fury would adapt his approach to overcome Usyk's strength.
Could Fury get a knockdown this time? Could Fury get a stoppage? Could Usyk even get a stoppage? Or, as most people think, will it go the distance? And which way will the judges feel? I think it's close. It's a close one to call. I think probably the majority will go with Usyk just because he won the first fight. But Fury has got so many advantages too. I think one thing that could come into play is Fury's legs. What is still left there with Tyson Fury? Is he as good as he once was? Can he be as good again?
Johnny Fisher expressed excitement for the rematch, praising the first fight as a brilliant contest. Supporting Fury, he highlighted his strong history in rematches and his plan to use added weight to his advantage. Fisher acknowledged Usyk's skill and resilience, but saw this rematch as a historic battle between two top heavyweights and hoped the best man would win.
Great fight. We know the first fight was brilliant. I'm backing Tyson Fury. I think his track record of rematches, I think I've seen a few pictures of him coming in a bit chunkier, a bit heavier, playing to his natural strengths, and he had Usyk going. But we know how good Usyk is. If you beat Usyk, I think he's conquered the world, hasn't he? Because he's beat everyone he needs to beat. I don't know what's happened with the light there. And just excited to see the fight. May the best man win. The two best on the planet.
Mark Tibbs advised Fury to control the center of the ring and push Usyk onto the back foot. He stressed the importance of landing his straight right hand and uppercut, as well as winning the final round to secure a victory or draw. Tibbs noted that Fury had success in their first fight, but also acknowledged Usyk's ability to turn the tide with a left cross, making it crucial for Fury to stick to his strategy and stay aggressive.
Well, Fury's got to get Usyk, really, he's got to hold the centre with him and get him on his back foot as much as he can, and he's got to get the straight right hand off before the right uppercut. In my opinion, straight one beats the uppercuts, and he's got to front hand him and back him up, lift him up, bomb. he was doing really well, Tyson, and let him back in, and Usyk got his left cross off, being a southpaw. He got it off, and I was like, oh, don't, no, it could go downhill, and it did a little bit for Fury. He needed to win that last round, like big, yeah, to get a draw or the win.
Sam Jones expressed strong support for Fury, believing in his ability to win despite being the underdog. He emphasized his full confidence in Fury's chances of getting the victory, saying he was 100% sure Fury could pull it off. Jones highlighted his admiration and respect for Fury, and expressed how much he would love to see him succeed.
The first one with Tyson Fury, I want him to, I hope he does. I've got so much time for Tyson. I'd love him to win. I think he starts this time as the underdog, but do I think Tyson Fury can win? 100% I do. I really do believe that, and as I say, I really would love him to get the job done. And
Ben Shalom expressed hope for Fury's chances in the rematch, but saw Usyk as the favorite. He praised Usyk's consistency under pressure and adaptability, while acknowledging that Fury could improve. Shalom also highlighted the significance of the rematch for the heavyweight division, emphasizing how important this fight is to the sport and its fans.
I always backed Tyson for the first one, and always liked Tyson to win this as the break. You know, I can never see a way past Oleksandr Usyk. I mean, he's proven it time and time again, and I actually don't think that was the best Oleksandr Usyk that we see, and I think he's going to be better this time. I do think Tyson's going to be better, but I think you have to go with Oleksandr given the history, as much as I hope Tyson can win. But a great fight, and again, Riyadh Caesar delivering what we could have only dreamed of. I remember that fight took so long to make without their involvement. It was 12 months of back and forth, and we thought it was on and we thought it was off. And I think sometimes we forget how far the sport has come. The fact that can be turned around that quickly is incredible. And as you said, the heavyweight division keeps moving. It's one that we've got an eye on, and fingers crossed, everything starts to open up after that fight on December the 21st.
Derek Chisora expressed concerns about the quality of Fury's sparring, suggesting that his training partners might not be challenging enough. He praised Usyk's aggressive style and predicted that Usyk would be even more relentless in the rematch, having shown he could hurt Fury before. While Chisora hoped to see Fury win, he acknowledged that the odds seemed to be against him in the face of Usyk's relentless pressure.
Do I believe Tyson can beat you, Alexander? I look at everybody he's got in his sparring camp. I personally don't believe that you can actually. The sparring partners he's got right now, they're pushing him to be menace. You know, they are in awe of Tyson. You know, they will pull their punches when they're sparring. You know, they will. This is what I'm seeing from the things I see on Instagram. So, I mean, what I see, what Alexander's doing is totally different to what. Because I think Alexander's way is more like start fast and finish fast. He knows he can hurt him now, so he's gonna come and try and hurt him. You will not, as he keeps saying, you won't leave him alone. I would love Tyson to win, but right now those odds are not looking great.
Tony Bellew predicted a more decisive defeat for Fury in the rematch, highlighting Usyk's skill at fighting on the back foot, which challenges Fury's ability to dominate. Bellew noted that while Fury applied pressure in their first fight, Usyk's strength lies in his defense and counterattacks. He explained that to beat Usyk, Fury would need to outmaneuver him with counters, feints, and superior technique, something he has yet to show in previous bouts.
But if I'm being totally honest, do I think he'll win? No, I think he'll lose again. And this time, I think he'll lose really, really clearly, because Usyk this time will go on the back foot. And that is the worst nightmare for for Tyson Fury, because that's one that he can't control. You've got to understand, Cougs, he pressed the whole fight. He walked the 6'9", 20-stone man down. He walked him down and bullied him. Imagine what he does when he fights to his attributes and fights to his best, because his best is fighting on the back foot. Anyone who studies and knows Usyk the way I know him, and I studied him, is you'll know that you've got to bring him to you, and that's the way to beat him. But you've got to counter him and feint, and you've got to be able to sharp shoot with him, you've got to be able to box with him, you've got to be able to offset him, but you've got to be able to continuously do all these things round after round. I couldn't, because guess what? I got tired. That was 6 rounds, 7 rounds of doing it.
Liam Paro is confident Usyk will win the rematch, calling him a hell of a fighter and ranking him among the top pound for pound. However, he acknowledged the fight's outcome depends on Tyson Fury's performance, as he can never be counted out. Paro is excited for the bout, but expects Usyk to emerge victorious again.
I honestly think Usyk's going to do it again. You know, he's a hell of a fighter. He's got to be right up there in the pound for pound listings, but depends what, then again, saying depends what Fury shows up. Can never count him out, so I'm excited. I'll be tuning in, and yeah, I think Usyk will get their hand raised again.
Russ Amber dismissed the pre-fight hype surrounding the rematch, stating that what truly matters is the outcome in the ring. Reflecting on the first fight, Amber pointed out that all the talking and promotional antics are irrelevant once the winner is determined. He downplayed the importance of weigh-ins and stare-downs, emphasizing that his focus is on ensuring his fighter is mentally and physically prepared to execute their game plan over the full 12 rounds.
Yeah, listen, it's all talk, it's all hype. As we saw in the first fight, when all the talking was done, at the end of the day, you know, you had a winner and a loser, and that's what matters to me. I don't care. You can talk. It's all for show. You know, this is all to sell tickets and to get people to say, "Oh, did you see what he said?" And "Oh, did you see what he said?" I don't care. I don't care. Me, I care what the mental state of my fighter is when we're in camp and when we go into the ring. I don't care what was said before. I don't care what you do at the weigh-in. I don't care about the stare down. I don't care about none of that stuff. I care that my guy's ready, that he's in shape, he's mentally prepared to do the 12 rounds the way we want him to do them, just like he did it the first time. And that's what I'm going to be counting on again for the rematch.
Ricky Hatton stressed that Fury needs to use his height, reach, and weight more effectively in the rematch, pointing out that he didn't take advantage of these attributes in their first fight, which allowed Usyk to dominate. Hatton suggested that Fury should land powerful punches and use his physical strength to overpower Usyk. He also emphasized the importance of having one clear and steady voice in Fury's corner for focused guidance throughout the fight.
I think impose his height, impose his reach, impose his weight difference. I mean, all the advantages he has, he didn't use last time. When he allowed, you know, the smaller man, it's a good little man, isn't he? He's a good small man. But I think he allowed the smaller man to bully him around the ring. I'd be a bit inclined to hold my feet, hit him hard, use the weight advantage, use the reach advantage, use the height advantage that I don't think he used last time, and just have one voice in the corner.
Johnny Nelson analyzed the Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk rematch, warning that if Fury doesn't adapt his tactics, the outcome will likely resemble their first encounter. He pointed out that Usyk now has a clear game plan, having demonstrated he can hurt Fury with his speed, precision, and boxing skills. Usyk's understanding of Fury's style, along with his agility at around 15 stone, gives him a significant advantage.
Tyson Fury doesn't change anything like he keeps saying he's not, then the result will be exactly the same. If Tyson Fury, the problem is Usyk now has a blueprint for beating Tyson Fury. But Usyk now knows, he doesn't think, now knows he can hurt Tyson Fury. Now knows he's a bit faster, a bit sharper, he can get away with certain things. He knows this. Usyk was coming in around the 15 stone bracket. And so he knows he has the speed, he has the power, and he has the boxing ability to beat him.
Nelson emphasized that for Fury to secure a win, he must make significant adjustments. While he believes Fury is the better overall fighter, Nelson views Usyk as the superior boxer. He advised Fury to disrupt Usyk's rhythm by employing rough tactics, making the fight uncomfortable for the Ukrainian. If Fury sticks to the same approach as in their first bout, Nelson predicts a loss, regardless of his weight.
He knows what to expect. So the second time around, unless Tyson Fury changes drastically, and I still believe Tyson Fury has a beating of it, I think he chose the wrong tactics. I think what they probably worked on was the wrong thing. Tyson's a better fighter, Usyk's a better boxer. They can both fight and they can both box. One is better at the other one than the other. So how does it? It's about measuring it out. You know, Tyson's got to box him, be a little dirty, play close to the bone, make him feel uncomfortable, get him complaining. He's got to do that. He's got to change it up. If he does exactly the same thing he did in the first place, he loses. It doesn't matter what weight he comes in at.
George Groves believed Usyk would defeat Fury, emphasizing Usyk's superior boxing skills as the key factor, even when faced with a size disadvantage. He pointed out that despite Fury's potential strength advantage, Usyk's skill set would be the deciding factor. Groves also highlighted how Usyk's agility and boxing IQ would allow him to handle Fury's physicality, especially after the first fight.
Where do you stand on that? What do you think? I know you was quite strong on that as well. I think that you went Usyk as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I picked Usyk to beat Fury. I remember when Usyk first moved up to heavyweight, I said he's a dark horse, don't write this guy off. You know, we've seen cruiserweights move up to heavyweight and dominate in previous years, and it did seem a bit unfathomable for a lot of people that he's never going to compete with the Anthony Joshuas, or people weren't even really talking about Tyson Fury, I don't think, quite at the time, or maybe he just sort of burst back on the scene beating Wilder. But yeah, I still think Usyk beats him. I think, you know, the argument is a good big un beats a good little un, but I think Usyk is an exceptional fighter. I think in terms of their boxing ability, like, Usyk is a lot better.
Piers Morgan expressed strong belief in Fury's chances, emphasizing his determination to reclaim his position and his proven resilience in overcoming obstacles. Morgan noted that underestimating Fury would be a mistake, citing his mental toughness and past ability to adapt and bounce back from losses. He believed Fury's drive to win would give him the edge in the rematch.
The British fans want to know, is Tyson Fury going to be able to avenge that loss to Usyk?
He'll want to.
What do you think, Annie?
I've never ever underestimated Tyson Fury.
Jamie Moore suggested that Fury should leverage his size and power to make the rematch more physical. He recommended focusing on body shots early to wear Usyk down and disrupt his rhythm. Moore stressed that by making the fight more demanding, Fury could limit Usyk's ability to rely on his technical superiority and agility in the later rounds, potentially swinging the fight in his favor.
Tyson Fury can drag him into a dogfight. Like I thought he should have approached the first fight, because when you've got so much size and weight advantage, you've got to utilise it. And I don't ever think someone who's so ring savvy and experienced and learns from a fight as it progresses. Usyk's is so well versed in that. He adapts to you so well. You can't allow him to go into the second half of the fight where he's just being outboxed, but he's not being outmanned. And I feel like Fury's got to outman him, drag him into an ugly fight, work his body, and make sure he's fatigued going into the second half of the fight so he can't run away with it.
Simon Jordan discussed the physical toll the first fight took on Usyk, who overcame a significant size disadvantage. He noted a pivotal moment in the 6th round when Fury landed a brutal uppercut, giving him control from rounds 4 to 7. However, Usyk's resilience and ability to recover stood out as he regained control in the later round. Jordan emphasized Usyk's mental toughness and technical skill, which allowed him to adapt and execute his strategy despite the challenges.
What they both put on there, and you know, whoever won or lost that fight, or whoever felt they won or lost that fight, it was a tough fight. So you have to, you straight away you get that respect. You gain
Both
that
of them
respect.
know it's a tough fight.
Yeah, of course
you
they
gain
do.
that respect.
Yeah. Do you go with the? I mean, I remember Frank talking after the fight, or maybe a day after the fight, saying he went into the dressing room after the fight and saw Usyk, and Usyk looked like he'd had more taken out of him.
I will definitely say that Usyk would have had to work a lot harder than Tyson Fury because of the size disadvantages, the size advantage in Fury's favour.
Dave Coldwell observed that Fury remained silent leading up to the fight, while Usyk let his actions speak for him. He emphasized that after losing the first fight, Fury couldn't engage in trash talk this time, making this rematch strictly about business. Coldwell stressed that Fury understands the task at hand and will prepare to the best of his ability, signaling a serious approach to the upcoming bout.
Apart from the track that Tyson Fury walked out to, and apart from the outfit that Usyk walked into, there wasn't a lot to say, was there? There's never going to be a lot. If Tyson's in that mood where he doesn't want to speak much, then he don't give you much. And Usyk's Usyk, you know, he basically spoke without speaking in his outfit, and you know, the briefcase, and getting Tyson to sign that that photo so he could raise some money for the Ukrainian soldiers and things like that. He was never going to get a lot, you know. It's just not. I think Tyson knows this time, whereas he was calling him names before the last one. Can't really do that this time because he got beat. You know, it'd look pretty silly if he'd be calling him all names under the sun after having got beat. So I think it's just business now, and he knows he's got a job to do. And he's going to prepare to the best that he can to get the job done, really.
Terence Crawford praised both fighters and wished them the best, calling the match exciting and congratulating the future undisputed heavyweight champion, no matter who it is. Crawford noted the significance of the fight, acknowledging that both Fury and Usyk have the qualities to make it an unforgettable contest.
My prediction for the Usyk and Tyson Fury fight, both of them win. I like both of them. It's gonna be a great fight. May the best man win. And to the new undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, congratulations.
Bill Haney, initially surprised by Usyk's first win, now fully believes in his abilities. He predicted Usyk would outclass Fury again, securing a 2-0 lead. While acknowledging Fury's fighting spirit and family background, Haney believed Usyk's skills would prove too much, backing him for the win.
Man, I didn't think Usyk was gonna do Fury like he did him. You know, so Usyk has made me a believer.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's made me a believer. I think that he'll upstage Fury again.
Oh, so you think it's going to be 2-0?
It'll be 2-0.
Right. I mean, Fury is a interesting guy, man. Doesn't look like a world champion boxer, but you throw him in the ring and,
He's a fighter. He's a fighter.
He's a real fighter.
No, he's a fighter. He comes from a fighter family.
Yeah.
You know, his dad, a mastermind within himself. You know, so I expect a fight now. I expect Tyson to come. He's gonna come ready, but I think Usyk will upstage him.
Okay, so you got your money on Usyk.
Yes.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts on this? Share your thoughts in the comment section and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video.